हेलो फ्रेंड्स, तो आज हम आए हैं लवली प्रोफेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी और आज है सेमीकंडक्टर डे 2025 एंड यहाँ पे आए हुए हैं 10 कंपनीज के सीईओ जो यहाँ पे डिस्कस करने वाले हैं सेमीकंडक्टर के बारे में कि इन फ्यूचर में सेमीकंडक्टर में क्या हमारा स्कोप है। तो इस वीडियो में मैं सारी डिटेल्स आपको दिखाने वाली हूँ।
And how your leadership came and how we wanted to work more closely, saying that hey, these are the data sets, and how you have the faith in us and you gave us some of your kits, and we inaugurated a lab at LPU with the kits which they have given to us, which for the choice of words, they want our teaching learning ecosystem to work on that and make some stellar products out of that. Apart from hiring, I mean, hiring is the lowest hanging fruit which we can do. But then if you can just run through this entire journey as to how the journey has been and what next in this journey.
Sure. First of all, thank you so much for having me here. Thank you, Harpalji and LPU for ensuring that we are all here and quickly organizing this Semiconductor Day. Right? Appreciate all of that coordination, all of that transfers from different locations and to ensure that we are here. I'm Jackson, been in the industry for about 17 years, like the initial introduction. With Silicon Labs for about 3 years. Silicon Labs came into existence in India about 4 years back after acquiring a company called Respine Signals. Right? Until then, we were not known. Right? We were not known as a company. We were more of a globally operating company. But today, if you look at Silicon Labs, it's known across thousands of students, and it's all primarily because of not what we did, but you recognizing as a company, which is important, right? What we do from a technology side is we look at smart devices. We are an IoT company, so anything you see smart will typically have a chip. Right? It could be a smartwatch, it could be a smart bulb, it could be home automation, industrial automation, name it all.
Like the ecosystem in India, especially when India is experimenting a large with so much of young folks and with so much of people who have experience now, and with meteor roles coming to India. And the second question is a sum up of the first question, with AI coming in and with quantum technology coming in. How is Intel looking at this as an opportunity to partner with universities like us and young talents like our students? By the way, for the guests, we call our students to be as virtuos, simply meaning change agents. So the idea is that they should be able to do small things a little differently, such that they become indispensable to what they're trying to do. So this is a question to you, my friend.
Thank you for this question. As you told that you got me here to show the campus. Okay, that's true. But now the question what you have put in front of me is it's a tricky question, right?
Yeah.
Because when I'm talking about Intel, it's not just about what Intel India is focusing on. I mean, because Intel's focus across the globe is on semiconductor, and Intel is not just a company that we focus only on designing. We are one of the companies who do design and manufacturing both, right? So we have fabs in European countries, we have fabs in US,
Yeah.
but we're 100% sure that we will plan in the future to have a fab in India too.
Oh, that's a powerful statement. We should actually clap for it.
I'll tell you the reason why. I mean, this is not a company state. This is, as an Indian, it's my own feedback to the company, because the fabs, the workforce what we get in India is extremely good, right? And the same workforce what we need in European countries or in US, it costs us high. So we have a brilliant workforce. So the cost of manufacturing will be low compared to any other region across the world. So we might look forward to such announcement in future, right? But right now, Intel India is the second largest research center compared to US.
Wow.
We have 10,000 to 12,000 employees.
So, with your expertise maybe across the domain, sir, so if you can just help us as to what the industry is looking at, where the talent war is heading to, and how much gap do you feel is still there? Because it's an age-old problem where we have been saying that, hey, academia have been doing the catch-up. But then if you can run this story a bit for our students saying that, and for the faculty as well, for them to take notes and then start working on that. So if you can just help us with, hey, how do we get an opportunity for everybody first? And how do we build on that as a stepping stone such that then we are able to do meteor things for our students subsequently? So that's the question to you, my friend.
Thank you, sir. This is a very tricky question to all the, especially for me, everybody will have different thoughts on that. First, I want to address this to the students, right? Like, first, you feel that you are an engineer, you are not a student. When you have that thought process in your mind, that clarity of thoughts, what you really do, then only you will understand what is your strength, what you want to focus. Based on that, you will start preparing yourself. When it comes to the technical things, right, like you can really think of what really helps you, like think about a circuit. Will it work in the same way, or is there a possibility you can simplify this circuit in a more simple form? When I was doing my engineering, I was not able to do that. I saw that first time in the engineering. Now all the boards are available. How many of them have their own board collections to do something innovative by yourself and do your programming beyond your labs? Your engineering room should be something in a different way, more innovative. Think about it, like what you really learn. Do you really implement that? How can you implement it? Discuss with your friends. Just 5 days you can spend on that, and 2 days you can have fun. But think that you are going to be an engineer in future, and you should be unique when compared to
the digital signal processing part of it, the mixed signal part of it, and how to make that story. If you can just help us understand that a little bit more so that we are able to unlock things for careers for students. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all still with us, staying active, focused. Right. I've also been told by Dr. Harpal that I'm from Hyderabad, so I think for all those Telugu Ammais and Abbais here, right? From the south region to upgrade yourself to get your graduations from colleges like this, right, in the north. It's amazing. It's really amazing because that's what is diversity, right? I think we do have a lot of colleges in south, but then you choose colleges which will enhance your skills, which will get you to not just jobs, right, but careers, as we were talking so far, right? Careers, the kind of packages, the kind of ambitions, high ambitions you've been having, right? So I think that's a good take. I think all of you have done good selection of the college. I think we're very mesmerized looking at the infrastructure. I mean, we are yet to see the labs and all, but I'm sure the college is doing a great job. University is doing a great job in keeping you upskilled, continuously learning, staying in the game, right? Some of these things, right? So I think coming back to the question. I think, I personally, my journey as a woman leader in companies like Virtusa, I've been there for about 8 years. Then I moved on to Siemens. I've served about 10 years. And then I still felt, I still need challenges. I mean, my manager has been taking care of me, knowing that I'm a very highly ambitious, aspirational woman. Have been giving me centers, even remotely, handling like Pune, Bangalore, all of it. But I think somewhere down the line, as we grow and as we're young, right? I think both phases. I think not just as young, you will have ambitions to grab a lot of opportunities and all. But I think as you grow, right? If you're focused, you're somebody who's very career oriented, you feel there are always opportunities that you should grab. So all the things, Siemens has been an amazing company, be it in terms of benefits, in terms of the career opportunities, in terms of the internal job postings that we have been giving to the employees internally. I made a choice that I want to serve a little more higher role in terms of catching to the industry. So I've signed up recently with Cadence Design Systems. Again, it's a growing center in Hyderabad. Cadence
On
wasn't.
the opportunity size and what's ahead for India. A backstory before I answer that. We all know when it comes to semiconductor, there's one country which stands out, which is, I heard that, Taiwan, right? But did you know that India had an edge over Taiwan, right? Just Google up when did TSMC start. TSMC is, you all know, right? The mother company from Taiwan, which kind of dominates more than 50% of the market.
SCI nearby Chandigarh.
Was started in Mohali before TSMC. Now, unfortunately, a fire broke in 1989.
And nobody knows the reason.
Right? It led to India's downfall and not being a semiconductor powerhouse. We lost multiple decades. But come what may, 2020 came, right? Came COVID. People started, working out of home. That led to a demand of a lot of AI-led computers. Then people started driving self-driven cars globally. And at the heart of everything was semiconductor chips. And that's when government of India realized that this is what the future is. Right? And if you are not self-sufficient or Atmanirbhar, as the government says, it is going to be a tough problem to solve. So it's not just about the opportunity size that we are trying to solve here for jobs, but it's also about the self-reliance for the country, right? Now, so I'm going to give you two numbers, and surprisingly both are 500, so you will be remembering this. I was at Semicon Delhi last year, and Prime Minister Modi made a very interesting statement. He said India should be exporting electronic goods worth $500 billion by 2030, right? Now, you have to understand the quantum of that number, 500 billion, calculated into rupees. What kind of products, amazing opportunity that comes in, and who are going to be building this? So manufacturing is coming to India. The second point is also $500 billion, and so many of us are here from the semiconductor companies here, right? Some data point. In the last 50 years, all semiconductor companies, whichever exist, have created a revenue of $500 billion. Stay with that thought. In the next 5 to 6 years, all of them will be creating $500 billion revenue and will be hitting $1 trillion revenue. You have to understand what took 50 years for all the companies here. We'll be doing it in the next 5 to 6 years. Why? The question, we've been talking about ChatGPT, and maybe let me plug in my crime here. We all speak about ChatGPT, but what runs ChatGPT? Ensuring that. I think Sir spoke about in 2 seconds you're getting the responses from ChatGPT. Why? Because there's so much data that is stored in the memory and it's kind of able to retrieve it, right? Yeah. So I think, now if you think back, on one end we are talking about this opportunity size of $500 billion and the huge scale that is coming to India and why India is going to be the place to be. Now I'm adding another layer of demographic dividend for some of the countries which have been the leaders in the past. Just Google up Japan, Taiwan, the median age. Trust me, it's in 40s. And here in India, we are having a median age of 28. It's a no-brainer. Everyone is going to come to India. It's a no-brainer.
No choice.
Absolutely, it's no choice. So it's a matter of time. So what you're looking at, opportunity size, huge opportunity size. Globally, talent pool is not there because of demographic dividend. There's one country which says that, hey, we have the talent and we will ready to scale up. The government is pushing in a lot of effort. ISM, just read up on ISM, $10 billion investment, and ISM 2.0 is coming soon. You'll hear about from the government soon. So big investments are happening.
If you can just a little bit tell them about ISM, I think they'll...
Thank you so much, sir.